A Hurricane Laura projected path is revealed by the National Hurricane Center as she emerges as a Category 4 hurricane. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, actually. This is LALATE Afternoons. Hope you're good and safe. This is our extended hurricane coverage on Hurricane Laura, which is barreling into the Gulf of Mexico this afternoon. Hurricane Laura is now Category 4 as the projected path from the National Hurricane Center was updated minutes ago, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as the position is unupdated. Catastrophic storm surges, extreme wind, flash flooding expected along the northwest Gulf Coast tonight. Little time remains to protect life and property. Where is Hurricane Laura? Where is she going? What should you expect? And what is upon the horizon? Air Force Hurricane Hunter aircraft reports that Laura has become an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane tonight. Catastrophic surges, extreme winds, and flash flooding expected along the northwest Gulf Coast tonight. Little time remains to protect life and property, reports the National Hurricane Center in their latest update this afternoon obtained by LALATE. Where is Laura right now? She's currently 200 miles south of Lake Charles, Louisiana, 200 miles south of Port Arthur, Texas. Both beautiful, beautiful country. I adore that area. Maximum sustained winds are about 145 miles per hour. Present movement is about 16 miles per hour, so she's moving about 16 miles an hour. And boy, a lot of watches and warnings. So let's get right to it. You know, if you have not evacuated, please heed the authorities' alerts to you. What I will be doing over the next few days is staying with hurricane coverage of Laura and any other things that develop in the Pacific or the Atlantic this incredibly dangerous hurricane season. What are the watches and warnings tonight? Storm warning is in effect for Freeport, Texas to the mouth of the Mississippi River. A hurricane warning is in effect for San Luis Pass, Texas to Intercoastal City, Louisiana. Tropical storm warning is in effect for Sargent, Texas to San Luis Pass, east of Intercoastal City, Louisiana to the mouth of the Mississippi River. Meantime, a storm surge watch is in effect for the mouth of the Mississippi River to Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Parappas, and Lake Borge as well. Meantime, a hurricane watch is in effect tonight for east of Eastern Coastal City to west of Morgan City, Louisiana. What do you need to know? Well, these are all very dangerous warnings. At 1 p.m. Central Standard tonight, the eye of the Hurricane Laura was moving northwest. She's moving northwest currently at about 16 miles an hour. A gradual turn to the northeast is expected later today and tonight. On the forecast track, Laura will approach the upper Texas and southwest Louisiana coast later this evening and move incline along the area tonight. The center of Laura is forecast to move over northwest Louisiana tomorrow, across Arkansas Thursday night, and over Midwest Valley on Friday. Cut. Where is Laura tonight? The eye of the hurricane is currently moving northwest. Laura is moving northwest at about 60 miles per hour, so relatively smoothly. A gradual turn tonight on a northwest and north is expected later today and tonight. What is her projected path this evening? Well, Laura on forecast track will approach upper Texas and southwest Louisiana coast this evening and move inland with that area tonight. The center of Laura is forecast to move over northwestern Louisiana tomorrow, across Arkansas Thursday night, and over mid-Mississippi Valley on Friday. Reports from an Air Force Reserve hurricane aircraft indicate sustained winds are over 140 miles per hour, with even higher gusts. Laura is extremely dangerous Category 4 now on the hurricane wind scale, and it's possible that she could remain at Category 4 when she touches down tonight on landfall. Rapid weakening is expected after Laura makes land, however. The hurricane wind forces extend about 70 miles per hour from the central of where she is, and they could reach coastal Louisiana at Eugene Island as much as 39 miles per hour. What are the hazards affecting land tonight? Boy, they're just all over the place. I mean, it's very, very serious. You know, you have a hurricane season that's really upon us in full storm, and the Atlantic is really sort of ramped up very quickly. This is a storm that really moved into the area in position in just a blink. And tonight the hazards are very, very clear. Storm surges and tropical wind forces will arrive within the warning area in advance of Laura's center. Here are the alerts. First, a storm surge. The combination of a dangerous storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry areas near the coast to be flooded with rising waters moving inland. The water could reach the following heights above ground somewhere around the peak tide of high tide. What are the high tides and where should you be on alert for? Johnson Bayou in Louisiana to Rockefeller Wood Wildlife Refuge Lake, about 15 to 20 foot surges. Sea Rim State Park, Texas to Johnson Bayou, Louisiana, including Sabine Lake, about 10 to 15 foot surges. Rockefeller Wildlife Refuge to Intercoastal City, about 10 to 15. Intercoastal City to Morgan City, including Vermilion Bay, about 8 to 12. Port Bolivar, Texas to Sea Rim State Park, about 6 to 10. Morgan City to mouth the Mississippi, about 4 to 7. Freeport, Texas to Port Bolivar, including Galveston Bay, about 2 to 4. And then you get a little bit smaller, mouth of Mississippi to Ocean Springs, including Lake Borge, about 2 to 4. The deepest water will occur along the immediate coast near and around the landfill location, where the surge will be accompanied with large and destructive waves. How about wind? Before I get to wind, unsurvivable storm surges with large and destructive waves will cause catastrophic damage. Boy. From Sea Rim State Park, Texas to Intercoastal City, Louisiana, including Sabine Lakes, this storm surge could penetrate up to 30 miles inland from the immediate coastline of southwestern Louisiana and far south Texas. Okay, wind, rain, tornado, and surf. It just keeps on getting worse. Wind. Hurricane conditions are expected in the hurricane warning area tonight and Thursday, with catastrophic wind damage expected when Laura's eyewall makes landfall tonight. Tropical storms conditions will be moving onshore on the coast of Louisiana. Hurricane force winds and damaging wind gusts are also expected through eastern Texas and western Louisiana into early tomorrow. Rainfall. From this afternoon, which is Wednesday afternoon, through Friday, Laura is expected to drop about 5 to 10 inches. It could be as much as 15 inches in areas of eastern Texas, western Louisiana, northward into Arkansas. Massive flash flooding is likely. Then Friday to Saturday, her rain totals will drop about 2 to 4 inches, sometimes 6 inches, lower Ohio, lower Tennessee Valley. Tornadoes. A few tornadoes are expected this afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, throughout tonight over Louisiana, far southeast Texas, southwest Mississippi, reports the National Hurricane Center. The risk of a few tornadoes could continue into Thursday along Louisiana, Arkansas, and western Mississippi. And finally, surf. Boy. Swells produced by Laura are affecting the entire U.S. Gulf. As you sit here tonight, you have to wonder how bad can it get and how bad will it continue. Most of the modeling tonight for the projected path of Laura has been unchanged for upwards of 24 hours. So please heed the advice of your local broadcasters to evacuate when informed. There's been a lot of efforts been put in place to do social distancing, even on buses, even in evacuation centers, even with shelters. I know it's a hard issue. I know it's a very difficult issue. And I know a lot of my viewers are in Texas. This is not a story that this channel could forego. LALATE has always been a leading broadcaster and reporter for hurricanes and natural disasters, but as this channel has grown, that coverage sort of dissipated. We're bringing it back tonight with Laura, and we're going to stay with Laura and continue to track her as her and other hurricanes develop in both the Atlantic and the Pacific this hurricane season. As always, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, go to the front and hit the subscribe and alert button so you get an update as every time that we hear something more about Hurricane Laura. We'll update you more in the community section, which is a textual-based part of this channel. So sometimes we won't have time to broadcast or record. We will update you with textual links if something new comes with Laura or another hurricane. If you like this video and you like continued coverage of hurricane coverage, tell us in the comments and like this video as we really try to push our position into this very scary situation happening right now. As always, stay informed, stay motivated, stay focused, and join us next on Evenings LALATE. Stay of LA.